All right, let's move forward with the next step. Last time we recorded the video, the main plate was still in position vertical, and the two shafts, the counter shaft and the main shaft, were just taken out from it, leaving the two bearings, I'm sorry, leaving the main bearing in, trapped within the plate in here. Basically, that what happened was this. This one was like that. You see the plate is like this, and everything was bolted on. Okay, so after removing the screws using torque wrenches, because the other two on the bottom were already removed, the shaft, this the counter shaft, fell off right away. The bearing is not a tight fit here, is a slide fit, and the main shaft, I have to tap it slowly and take it out. As I said before, not that bad, and Nissan did a good job. It means then in this location right here, there was not a very super tight fit. It's just a light, probably 0 with 0 or something like that. I don't even call it interference fit. It's probably 0 with 0, and the shaft came out right away, and this one follow together. So the next step is in this video to understand what to do. So about that, to move forward with the procedure. The bearing were here. I use a puller and pull it out, no big deal. Now let me record this one, you guys know. So this is the final step. As you can see, there is a lot of interesting things on this table. There is an OD micrometer. My one is metric, just because I'm a metric person, but it doesn't matter. And I have a lot of spare parts over there, plus the print, mandatory, or whenever is the closest one that you can get. My transmission is not exactly like that because it's from a Skyline, but this is pretty common as a 71C on 200, 200, 240 SX and all the Pathfinder and all that stuff. Here is the rebuild kit. I have to spend a positive rewards about it, review, because all the parts seems to be intact. They did not came broken at all. The box is in a good shape. This is not included in the kit. It's just my I found a spot to place my seal for the cut delete and the downpipe high performance one, so don't pay attention about that. But let's look about here. Those parts are not included into a rebuild kit, but all these parts are suggested like a replacement every time you rebuild the transmission. In your print, it's not that easy to see, because maybe you have to be a little familiar with this kind of drawings, assembly drawing. But basically, all the oops, sorry about that. The counter shaft nut, main shaft nut, then is a left threaded. Replace it is the one that I drill out, you remember on the other video. All the snap rings, retaining snap ring, there are multiple snap rings. I order new ones. All the needle bearing are the other component painted in yellow. 1, sorry about that, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I buy them all. And I strongly recommend to rebuild it yourself. The keys, I have it for spare. The seals are included in the kit. I mean, something, and the synchronizer rings are included in the kit, plus all the seals. So, as a caution, I also have the truss bearing. Then is here. Replace it, the spacer. Different the spacer. So this is my suggestion. This is the next step. I will share with you what my first impression is. So as a caution, always take a look at the condition of the diameter for your bearings. Take the new bearing, put it in at ambient temperature or room temperature, and see without destroying it if they slide, if they are loose, or if they are still in a good shape. If it's not, take some cautions, and we will see later on. Also, this plate is preloading the outside race of this bearing that is set in this area on the other side. So I'll go there. Right here is basically taking the outside race against this shoulder and against the plate, then has also a relief. Then has a relief itself, and that, so you have to do a couple of little math with the depth micrometer and stuff like that. Make sure to have a little interference, so a 0, and clean everything up and ready to be put together soon. This is my next video. Don't forget the print and the rebuild kit are a good starting point. Okay.